guys. It's been a minute. And put my ball cap on. It's been a minute. I want to talk about is there bias in America? Is there bias in America? I've been watching a lot of clips on YouTube and everything, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff being talked about, bro. And I'm like, i- is there really bias in America or is it not? I'm up late. It's not late right now. It's only like 10 something. Well, 11 is just turned 11. I just want to talk for a little while. Is there bias? This is on my mind. Like they do a lot of. I think there's some rage baiting on the internet right now, especially on YouTube, on different streamers, different podcasts. Uh, those things. I think that's the mood to get the algorithm going. But this is a good topic. This is an interesting topic. We have a lot of people talking about black people are being discriminated against. I just did a clip on video I put up on YouTube. Was talking about um, white a young white lady was saying that white people are secretly racist. Do you agree with that or don't? Check my video out up on YouTube. I can't say that. You know what I mean? I can't really say that because I don't necessarily agree with that. Um, I think anybody can be racist or discriminating, but it's like a big movement. They're talking about let's just talk about it. They're talking about the young kids and teenagers are doing takeovers in the city, and now they're trying to label it black youth, like no other youth. I'm in Washington. I see a lot of kids take over streets and do drag races, and a lot of the kids, the black kids, can't afford them cars. So the majority of them are different other races, and up here the large minority is Asian American. So a lot of these drag races are white and Asian American. Not that many blacks in them cars. So when they say these takeovers, I know in my state, it's more different other ethnic groups and whites. In other states, maybe where there's a little more population and you have more black successful black people, there are gonna be more black people, young youth doing craziness like over here, like probably in Baltimore or D.C. where a large black population, or Chicago or other cities, Atlanta. But I'm starting to see that I don't know if you guys noticed, they're starting to put a label on it, like black youth takeover. I'm like, no, it's just youth takeover. What's your opinion on that? What's up, bro? What's up, Nikki Battle 24? Yeah. What's going on? What do you guys think? I ain't been on a while. That's been on my mind. I did a clip. Check my clip out. Do you think? What's up, Lahi? It's Real 20144. Hi. How you guys doing? Do you think it's is it black kids taking over the streets, or is it just all American youth taking over the streets across America and the major cities? The major cities like Detroit, L.A., San Francisco, when they're doing these big street races, Seattle, Chicago, D.C., Atlanta. What do y'all think? I'm doing wonderful, guys. What do y'all think, man? Do you think it's that's fair enough? I don't think it's fair to make that evaluation saying it's black takeovers, and they talking about black fatigue and all this stuff. I'm like, man, come on, don't start putting it on black people. It's everybody. Well, oh, Francine, I got my sniper in the house. It's mainly foreigners, kids, like the Hispanics. I can't say that Francisco. I mean, Francine. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's everybody. My favorite cokehead. Okay. Uh, I appreciate other people have good opinions. Yeah, I'm looking at. Hey guys, I'm reading some of the comments down there. What do y'all think? Is it the media trying to label as black people? Like when you look around, I think it's my whole thing is I think it's just American youth. They don't have a lot of jobs in the summer. I think there's a lot of jobs being taken over from a lot of different other people that's not here, and a lot of these kids don't have nothing to do in the summer, so they're like finding things to do, and that's maybe like drag their cars out, drag race amongst their friends, you know. But just don't label it one group. Fonsen 123. You my modifier. Come on, we're there's every country has so many issues. The topic of the discussion is um is the labeling of Black American youth right, or is it just the American youth that's out there drag racing across the American in this summer? School is out, high school. Our kids got cars. They don't have a lot of money. I have everybody paid. Another topic is hot topic is have everybody paid attention to the reality that in the summer there's not a lot of jobs for the youth across America. There's jobs, but there's not a lot of. I'm finding a lot of people I know across in Texas, all over the place. Their grandkids and their kids can't find work, summer jobs, because a lot of these jobs are got. Have you went into the fast food restaurants and seen a lot of older people working from other nations? And you can tell when you talk to them, they don't speak the English very well. Okay, okay, cool. We got some people here from India. The topic of the conversation again, guys, is about the labeling of Black American youth across the American landscapes in the major urban cities that they are doing the takeovers in the streets. When I look on the news, I'm seeing all type of kids out there doing in there. In certain areas where there's predominantly like on the West Coast, there's not a large population except in LA, but then in LA, the Hispanics outrule the blacks, and the other groups. So there's not a lot of population on the West Coast. So I'm wondering where's this ideology of blacks youth are taking over the major cities. We know Memphis there's a large black population, Atlanta there's a large black population, DC there's a large black population, Chicago there was a relative black population, but there's hard. There's a population, black population in Houston, Texas. Uh, there are some cities, Little Rock, Arkansas. There's a population of Black America. But them the southern states. That's where predominantly the blacks, all the way from slavery, was predominantly put at. So that's where they stay. So I don't know. I don't know what's your opinion. What do you guys think? I believe it's not what I would say. I think it's opinion of the individual. I don't think it's a black thing. I think it's a youth thing. Young American kids don't have nothing to do in the summer. Literally, there's not. If you could type the population of how many kids are out, and you type the major cities where most of this news and stuff's being spread at, the top 10 cities, top 20 cities. You look at the population of students, youth in them cities. It's going to outweigh the population of jobs in them cities. And then we got Walgreens and McDonald's and other stores closing down, closing locations down in the inner cities. That's take away employment opportunities for youth in America. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys. In my opinion, that no one is paying attention to. What's your opinion on that? I think we got to really acknowledge that and focus and say, hey, man, there is a problem, but let's don't relegate it to one group because that's not possible. Well, another topic was on my YouTube clip, a YouTube video I put up. The topic was this young lady was talking about white people being. Do you think white people are secretly racist? I was like, no, no. I don't think there's racists in every group. People there could be every racist people in every group. I think there's racist people in every group. I have my own personal experiences, but I can't say one group is overwhelmingly racist than other people. I don't know the individual. It's a subjective matter. It's not objective. Subjectively, I have my experience. I would say no. Although there was slavery, although there was Jim Crow, although there was a lot of, but can I say that all white people are secretly racist? And this is a white young lady. I think that she's young. I think she's in college or something, or learning a lot of this information. And I think she's disseminating what she's learning from school. I don't. This is my opinion. Allegedly, I don't think she's. I think she's growing and developing. But her to make that statement, it's her opinion. It's a subjective opinion for her. But I don't. Do you think all white people are racist secretly? Even the liberals. She was talking about the liberals that's faking like they like everybody. I said no. I said I met people that don't like black people. Period. We know there's black groups that out here that don't like black people. You know, we know there's black groups that don't like white people. There's freedom of speech. It's all this going on. So is that? Can I say subjectively that everybody, all white people don't like black people? No. Fontaine 123 said you got races in every race. Yeah, I told her that's pretty much what I was trying to state. You got people that don't like other people for whatever reason there is. Yeah, I think that's true. You know, so I think that is a factor. So, what's your opinion? Do you think white people, even the liberal whites, are secretly racist? She stated that people in her group that she thought wasn't racist, that sound good, but when they get in certain situations, get angry or something, they was say racist comments, and she said, "Oh, I didn't know that's how you thought." And then said again, uh, It's Rise 202144 said not all. I agree. I agree with you. I always say most not. Do you say not all as far as some like Trump don't like being racist? I don't understand that. Can you explain that more a little better? Some like Trump don't like being racist. Are you saying Trump is a liberal, or as far as when it comes to race? Are you saying that Trump is racist? What are you saying? I don't understand. I don't understand. Clear it up a little bit so I can understand what you're saying. 20144. Yeah, I think I met a person that told me he don't shake my kind's hand. Literally, I was like, all right, that's cool. I respect it. What I'm saying to say is some people who are liberals don't all act racist. Wow. Yeah, that was her. Uh, it's Real 20144. She was saying, yeah, a lot of liberals act like they're not racist, but she's white, so she's amongst the collective. And she was saying ethnicity group of white, and she was saying that she was surprised that so many are secretly racist, and I was like, I had to disagree with that. But she's of the collective. She's in young. She's a pretty little white lady. So I can't deny her subjective, meaning her subjectively, her personally speaking. Objectively, I could say, well, I don't. I think you can't look at every collectively look at all white people and say that make it a blatant statement. But you can make a blatant statement. I don't agree with it. There are secretly racist liberals. Okay, I'm saying, yeah, that's what the young lady was saying. But she made it seem like it's all white people racist. And I said, no way. You can't. She said all white people are secretly, and especially liberals, are secretly racist. Do you agree with that philosophy, her philosophy, her subjective opinion? And she's white. I did a clip on my YouTube page. Check it out. Uh, she's up there. I said no. I think she's young. I think there's racist people in every group. There's discriminating people in every group. But I don't think all. I can't set the precedence that all people are racist. That would not be because I don't know everybody. What is your opinion? Is white people secretly racist, especially the liberals? I would say some in every group, like Francine 123 said, some in every group, but I cannot say collectively that they are. But it was interesting. She made some comments about being white and being around people that act like one way. Simply fatherly. Did you get an eye transplant? You got to explain that a lot. But it was an interesting topic, and I was like, to see what threw me off was a young white lady was saying that about collectively her group, her ethnic group, and I'm glad now people are putting white as an ethnic group because if you're gonna group people up, you gotta group everybody. Okay, so I'm half blind. Okay, you know, like back in the day, they had the shirts, the T-shirts out saying they're colorblind. I was like, I ain't nobody colorblind. I'm not. You see color, and I think it's the heart. I think it's the heart of the matter. I try to judge people on who they are, not and give my opinion. If I see who you are and I see that you are a type of person that's like um, a very harsh person, I don't want to be around that. I don't know why you're like that. I try to be cool with you and show you a different view of life by my actions and by who I am. But if you're just a harsh person, then I'm sad for your life. I'm sad that your life experience accumulated to where you're at your age, and you're acting like that. And I'm sorry for your life experience, but I have to get away from a type of person like that. What's up, Detective Mitchcomb? Yeah, it was interesting, man. I'm back on. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm about to put my little outfit on, my Seahawks outfit. I'm gonna be regulating the Seahawks in a minute. But that was the top of the conversation. I was excited, man, to talk about them Seahawks. But I want to get this out the way first and start anew. That's why I try to give a good break in between my streaming, because I want everyone to understand I'm moving in a different direction, not just sports. So I'm promoting just a little more conversation. I'll be doing stuff online. I'm gonna try to do it in the daytime so I can talk about different topics and have more of a large populace to be able to view the material. Yeah, we here though, guys. We here. We here. What's up? We're at the nighttime. We're doing it like this. We're doing it live at night. Getting everybody out here, man. Trying to stay alive, keep you active if you're up and you're not doing too much, eating some ice cream or laying down, flipping through your TV channels. Let's have some good dialogue about just discussions about this life in general. What's going on out here? Um, What's we got? MLKY 89 TTV. God bless Trump. God bless everybody, man. We all need blessing with the world. Yeah, God bless Trump too. But well, everybody need a bless. Everybody need a blessing. Everybody need blessing from God, man. We all need it. God bless us all. For real. For real, for real. We need everybody need blessings from God. You dig? It's some strange things out there. Hey, do y'all have y'all paid attention across the country, man? Where the water is like a lot of the tides are out. The water's acting weird. Water, hey, pay attention to y'all. And if you're around water, pay attention to the water, man. The tides are coming, the tides out. It's weird. Quietly, I I agree, but we're not being shot at during there every day. Yeah, man. I just found out he got shot at again. The president got shot at again. That's crazy, man. They're talking to this dude. He said something like he don't supposed to get out. Somebody told him he don't supposed to get out of the office. If he do 8, he's gonna get it. He's not gonna make it out of office. I hope he make it out of office, bro. All right. That's what's up. But yeah, man, the president is going through a lot. I think President Trump did a lot of things positive for this country. Uh, the way we was going at while. Now you gotta realize when I talk about the president, I'm talking about president as a president, not as I dislike him or I like him. I'm talking as a president of the United States, as a 4-year term. We gotta look at things like that. A lot of young people they get caught in the media and exposed to what's going on. I try to look at it as a directive as far as he applied for a position, he campaigned for, and he won by the American people. Now he's in the Oval Office as a president, and he represents the president, of the United States, the people of America, as the point person for all of us, the whole nation. So I try to look at it from that perspective, not as a personal. Because like I tell people, I never met the man. A lot of people want me to lean one way, and other people want me to lean another way. I can't lean the way you want to lean. I try to stay like a moderator in the middle where I want to see everything. What this president has done so far, he has done a lot of positive things uh, I, um, that I've noticed uh, for America. Listen, what I say for America. Economy was great. This economy was great. This this term, not so much. See, like this person just said, Trump thinks he's Jesus Christ, and he is genuinely horrible human. I don't know that. Let me say this, Joe Star. I never spoke to Trump in personally. I never heard him say he's Jesus Christ personally. Show me a clip that I can go to and it come out of his mouth. That's trying to say the Guantes, Rubens, y'all be in his YouTube comments, but I be in his guts. We are not the same twin. Like the guy. The post he made. I got you guys. I don't know who that is. I gotta hear it out of his mouth because people could put things up. Okay, yeah, just I don't know. Stop. I'm saying let people speak, please, for a minute. Unless they do something really reckless on. Thanks for I got my mom, my snipers here. He not playing. He's not playing at all. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't take things personal, cause you gotta hear what I'm trying to say. I don't take things personal. I don't know Trump. I never met the man. I'm in Seattle, Washington. Very liberal, far left is very hateful of the Trump guy, and I got to be mindful around because people are. I lost some people because they thought one way or another. I never said anything like that, but I give every man or woman a first shake. Like I said, I don't know Trump, never met the man, but what he has been doing under the pressure they had to do with what's going on with the war, what's happening in Venezuela, Cuba, what's happening in Iran, what's happening with Ukraine and Russia. This world is very fragile right now, and people want to acknowledge that. The cartels, the everything that's going on right now. And you can imagine, guys, you one man trying to oversee have oversight over all this. That's crazy. I heard you said Milk 89 TTYV. I heard you said Pug Lover oh 07. See, y'all kind of opposite positions. Uh, that's why we judge the actions, and I never seen him make an action since we don't know him personally. Yep. Well, see, that's economics, and that's where I don't think the president totally can control the economics. He's just one branch of government, this executive branch. He's exercised. We got the legislature and the judicial, three branches of government that give us all our 100% power. I don't think this president can control. He can discuss and tell. This was times he go to the media, YouTube, and all this on his platform. And truth is say to the American people this, but we got to use wisdom and knowledge of our own. Remember, he's still a politician. Where to go to and say, can't he's like, I'm gonna bring the prices down on gas. The prices are not down on gas. Certain areas are a little bit, but they was low already. But my area prices have went up. We're almost at double. Literally, we 579 right now, bro. It was three something. So I can't put the pressure on the president because he only could do so much. You got to think about Congress. Nobody's thinking about Congress and the purse. Listen what I say. The purse of Congress. The Congress controls the purse. Congress controls the bag of the money, and we've seen it. We've seen Congress with food stamps, DSHS. We've seen that one of the organizations that fall in the executive branch, but the money is controlled by Congress. But then everybody's blaming this president, the U.S. president, which is Trump presently now. Listen, I said the U.S. president, which is Trump. He got some expedited money. He has some power. He can do a little bit, but the overall is in the legislature hand. The other 30% power. You can't look at this like you just said. Plug love. You said gas, food, and products. Okay, the food, right there. Take that out. That's under the legislature. I mean, that's under Congress. Yeah, but everybody's going through it, bro. See, Joe Star, why do you say multiple people, immigrants, or die every day because of his choice to close the border? Do you know? See, Fontaine, get rid of Winfield, cause are you gay? Get rid of that. We don't talk about no community. No, we don't use no community in a negative way. We all positive. So Winfield, you have to go. We don't talk about no personal community. The LBGT community, we don't. We don't talk about it. We're not part of it, but we're not against nobody. But we're not gonna allow no. I'm telling anybody in the comments. We're not gonna allow nobody to use any negative comments about black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, white people, um, anybody, gay people, queer, lesbian, anybody LGBTQ community. We're not gonna talk a negative, and we're not gonna allow you to use them to push a point or make a statement about someone else. So if I see any comments like that, I will block you and deny you from being on this channel. Please understand that we're open here. Uh, Basically, anyone who's different. We don't talk about nothing negative. It's Real 2014 4. We don't talk about nothing. We This is a good conversation. I like to have good positive conversation, but I don't want to spend time explaining something that young teenagers and adults, older adults, should already know better by now. You're with the K through 12 system. You know not the. This is a public, open platform, but it has licensures and other things. You got to respect everybody's group. Yeah. But back to yeah. Like I said, Trump. I would like to tell you about the. I want the people on here to give Trump a understanding chance, because like I said, I don't know never met the man personally, and a lot of things people be speaking, they try to put it on the president, but they got to look at the bigger picture. You got to study your government, and I think a lot of Americans don't study the government and understand a lot of the money doesn't come under Trump. It comes under other branches of government, but they don't say nothing. They let him take the blame, but reality, because you don't know, don't mean it that makes it true. And then when you explain to somebody that that's true, and then you talk to anybody, all you have to do is call your representative, your Congress, your state, and they'll tell you, yeah, he has no control over that. And so he might take it and say some slick, but that's any politician. All the politicians say things, and you know what I mean. All the politicians say things and be like all over the place with it, and then when it comes back to it, let me read this real quick. Joe Starr said the Republicans just go with what he says, even if they don't benefit from it. Could be bad for them, and they still go with it. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna read some of these. Yeah, even if the stuff is illegal, they still follow his orders. So okay, this Pug Love and Joe Starr is pretty much in the line. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know about Republicans or Democrats. I'm not a Republican. Your channel host here is not a Republican. I was a Democrat, bleeding liberal, but now I'm pulled away from that. I'm getting out of all of this because I see both sides, and I try to stay neutral. So I guess I'm leaning more to independent, because what's in this. I like to think on my own feet to vote the way I want to vote. I vote for whatever's better for the American people. Me, but I'm seeing like, and now here go Milky. I think he's the opposite. Yeah, he started off liberals will never give him a chance. They are programmed to oppose him, no matter the issue, so much so that they are willing to call men women. Hey, that's your opinion. Like Pug Milk 89 TTV, that's your opinion. Pug Love for '07, that's your opinion. And Joe Star dash K2M, that's your opinion. So you guys have y'all opinion, and it's open here. You can have. I wish you have a good positive dialogue. I, I wish people could have a conversation about political, but it's kind of hard. They say stay away from politics and religion. You know, how do you know you're at it? Okay, can you get rid of Mister Sir Michael? Milky 89, smart man. Mohammed, Haitian, my man from where you are. Yep. I can't vote for a side that supports murdering a million babies per year. Pretend to care about the Epstein five victims. Okay, Pugluck. In all states. Yep, Pugluck said in all states. Okay, Israel says, here what I found after researching divisive rhetoric. Critic Critics frequently point to his aggressive communication style, which they argue deepens political and social divisions. Okay, I don't think it's murder. It's a safe opinion for women. Okay, I guess you guys having a dialogue. What I would say to y'all in the comments, be honest. Y'all having a dialogue in the comments. Pug Lug and it's Real and Milky 89 TT. Just keep it respectful of each other. I'll let it go on as long as it's just respectful. I try to stay out of too deep into politics, but it's good. I like politics, but I try to stay out because I will vote. I'm gonna tell both of you guys. I will vote for a Democrat or I vote for a Republican, depending on uh, what the interest. If it's a greater for the nation, for the national sovereignty, like roads, interstate roads, highways, uh, bridges, parks, and stuff like that. I will vote. That's for all American people. That's what y'all can see me. And most Republicans and Democrats, y'all put me on the sideline because I'm not either with you or against you. But at the same time, I try to. So that's why I say I think I lean more independent. I would say. Uh, Steve England, vote for Pedro. Okay, Pugla, vote for me. Okay, Pugla, I got y'all significance. Put your name on it. Put your name on the 2028 election. Tell me what you're gonna do for the American people. Give me some history about you, and I can research you. I might vote for you. Seriously, I might vote for you. Steve England, vote for free school meals. I agree with that. I think kids should have free school meals. You know, they start changing a lot of stuff, man. I started seeing it when they only get free meal if you're on food stamps. That was crazy. Basically, if you're on food stamps, saying you're poverty. Pugla, I agree. Pugla, we are the richest nation, and we can't afford free lunch. Ridiculous. No, it's not ridiculous. I can't say that. We're the richest nation GDP, but that doesn't mean. See, people don't look at we're the richest nation because things cost more. Other countries, like England, we have a bigger population. If you put the GDP that we have versus England's population to our population, and you ramp it up to the amount of people, the GDP of England will be higher than what it is now. But I think the population of England is only 140 something million people, if that. So you got to realize when y'all talk about numbers, see, I just talk. You got to think about what you're saying. Yes, we're the largest population. We spend the most. Everything in America costs the most outside of Japan. It's very expensive in Japan. This when I say people don't do economic. You got to realize we got things that cost, and we're one of the most. We took the world created America, and we our founding fathers created America, and the world accepted it and started supporting it, and now everything ties into America. But the reality is, in my humble opinion, is that we are the most expensive nation outside of certain countries on the planet. Meaning, you might produce, like, let's say we don't produce Aston Martin here, but guess what? There's more people in America that has Aston Martins in the world, or we might compare to the world that bought Aston Martins or Ferraris or something like that. We have more people in America buying Ferraris. We have dealerships in America that sells Ferraris, but it's Ferrari made in America. So you understand the that's where we look at the richest nation. You talking about we have people that make money. Like Joe Starr says, President Trump caused the longest government shutdown. No, no, no. Congress did. Congress, both sides, Congress shut down the government because the government puts some of its budget towards other things. Yes, Joe Starr. Trump caused the longest government shutdown ever. No, he didn't. No, he did not. Can't agree with that, Joe Starr. I can't let that be out there. Israel is the land of the promised people. Uh, uh, Pug Love was right. He wanted to cut certain funds, yes, and they wanted to cut other funds. Pug Love both Milky 89 TTV and Pug Lover oh 07 are right on spot on. Both of you guys are on spot on. But it's two sides that they both wanted cuts, but they wanted different cuts. They both agreed on certain cuts, but the other one wanted because he didn't want to give money to certain things. They wanted certain things because you got you got to understand. Watch this. Pug Love. President Trump leans more to the national Christian values, and the Congress leans towards, or Democrats lean towards more of a secular. So you got two different structures opposing each other, and they're both trying to get their interests across in the U.S. government. You gotta got to rise up, take your mindset and rise it up to the bigger, higher level, and then look from that tier, not from a one-party system tier. Look from American citizens. That's our the privileges of being American citizens. You can have a bigger view, a world view, but a lot of us have been brought down to isolate to a view that you see is right. You right here. You got a narrow view, thinking you have a wide view. Milky 89 TVT. Not, no, no, no. They both calls. Trump calls them things too. In his actions, there's a reaction. Yes, he did. He wanted to cut funding that he thought was unnecessary, and that's what America voted for after Joe fails us. No, I do not believe this term has been good at all. I think this term has been good for the American people. I disagree with. This term has been good for the American people because he's doing things instead of spending money to other countries that when we got such a major deficit here, we gotta watch who we support. And then certain things that they want to support, one group want to support, this group that the president represent did not want to support that because that was the American people. Half of the American people didn't want money to go over to other countries to support other things that does really have nothing to do with food or shelter. We're not here to raise another nation's. Let me ask this question. Let me pose this question to the Americans. And listen, I'm gonna pose a question to the Americans. Do you think, as an American citizen of your nation, do you should think you should be worrying about another nation's citizens? This is what I'm trying to say. Another nation's citizens situations over there. If they had a famine outside of, outside of being a famine, being some kind of destructive as far as health, and they ask for our help, outside of them two things, should we be in another nation's business? Or since we in such a bad situation as American nation, because yeah, we spend the most money, we got the most money, but we still doing bad inside the United States. We have so many millions of people in poverty inside the United States, American citizens. Should we be spending money to other nations, or should we take that money and spend it to our citizens within the nation of America, United States of America? That's the question I pose to everybody online right now. Should we take care of the American people first before we try to help other people? How can you help somebody if you can't help yourself? Question: should we help other people? Or should we help ourselves first? Should we send so many $1 million to Mexico, Canada, all of these countries, or should we take that money and help American citizens first? The elderly, disabled, the homeless. What's your opinion? Let me clarify what I mean by helping other countries. I said outside of famine, because you got to be humanity as a human person. You got to love humans. That's different. But do you think we should help other people about their education, other things like sending money over there, or should we? And when we have problems in our own country that we need to fix, that's my question to the panel of commenters. Should we worry about domestically what we happen in America, or should we be worried about outside? Listen to this: outside of plagues, um, famine, the human condition, where we have to help other people. It's right to help people that's starving. Outside of that, should we be talking about their health, with their education, their philosophies, about all spending money to help them with whatever groups, personal groups they have over there, or whatever we want to spend? Should we do that financially? Should we have a financial interest, or should we have a mutual communication like we're talking right now on YouTube? No, 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 Pug Love. What this president is doing right now, he's pulling troops back from all around the world and making other nations cover the expense of their security now. And that's a better outlook than we previously had, because we spending millions and millions and millions of dollars in other countries like Poland, England, and we've seen with this Iran what they really would do when we needed them. They didn't comfort. They didn't come in. He showed the American people that these nations are look what they want to do and for their political interests of their nations. But we're sending American troops over to them nations, and on our dollar, not their dollars. Yes, we have influence, and that's what we have. We can pull back the influence. Going to help people internally with their internal problems is different. Helping them protect their sovereignty, because we're a war nation. Helping them protect their sovereignty and having our influence and bases in their area, that's one thing. But having we don't need that much. But having them take a toll into this and put their own financial wherewithal for the protection of their own sovereignty of their nation is their responsibility, not Pug Love's, uh, not me, not J Star, not Midi 89's, none of us. It's our responsibility to take care of another nation. What's your opinion? What's up, Danielle? Barry Sports highlight 58-51. Joe Star. That's only one count. Be responsible for. That's why it's being recorrected. We was always doing it, but then Other political people got into position and started making expanding on that, and that's what this president is recorrecting, is that expanding on our how we help to influence people. We don't need to influence people in different areas. If you can't control your borders, that's the best influence I can give you. I can help you, support you as you raise your nation up on soldiers, your people at age 18 to 20 to come in to be a soldier, and you can pay for your own soldiers to protect your borders. Then I can back my manpower and my war power and let your people take over. But we wasn't doing that. We was keeping our influence over there, and now the president saying no. Instead of having 10,000, we're gonna have 2,000. Y'all put the other 6,000 up. That's your nation. We'll still give you support to keep our influence, and we put 2,000 soldiers over there. But you're not. We're not. No, you put your manpower up, and that's a good thing because that put money back in the war cabinet, and they can put money back in the Congress, and Congress can use that money somewhere else. Yeah, look what Cedric Del Sol said. 9320 funding, foreign funding is billions per year. That real? That's crazy. Max Detonator shout out. What's up? Yep. I think we would be a great world when one thing happened. That's when America, China, and Russia start treating each other as enemies. Yeah, I could go with that philosophy. I go with that viewpoint. But the mega powers, the nuclear powers, are going to have a relationship. They're going to be frenemies because when you have power, you would love to take more power. That's just the nature of human. That's a human condition. Pug Love '07 said, I don't know if that's possible since they run under different political system. Yeah, yeah, we can pull our men back. Period. No one tell us to pull out not to pull our soldiers back. We pull our own American soldiers back, and that's when they're supposed to they need us more. And then that's when they got to take their tax dollars and put instead of putting in their Hollywood coffers, they got to put it over all these events. They got to put it over into security for their nation. Then they're gonna put a tighter budget on their nation, but that's their business. That's not our responsibility as a nation. Yeah, Polo says that frenemies maybe not besties. Yeah, and there's never gonna be a besties when it's about sovereign nation sovereignty. When it's about power. To be honest with you, Milky 89 TTV, I believe they are on the same. They on the same. I think they're on the same page. They just on the. They on their own. They understand each other. We Cold War, everything we've been through. They understand each other. They are on the same page. They understand they cannot trust each other, and they got to keep an eye on each other, and they hold the key to total destruction of the whole world. Do you understand that? Them nations they got nuclear weapons that can blow up the whole world. Total destruction. I'm totally against funding other countries. Just only in plagues they can't take care of their own nation. Then they have to give up their sovereignty, and the people have to move, and then you got to create some other nation of people. People got to create another government to take over the land and the people. If you can't control your sovereignty and you can't, so that's not our responsibility as a nation. Thanks, Milk 89 TT. All right, Milk 89 TTV. You have a wonderful night, everybody. Pug Love oh 07. So I think it is. What do you think it is, Pug Love Lover oh 07? Speak your truth. I want to hear your truth. What do you mean, Pug Lover oh 07? Because the U.S. made pact that they would help protect the country, democratic independence. Uh, certain certain pacts, certain conditions, but you got to understand the conditions could change and not entirely the way you were seeing it. The conditions could change, and the level and the conditions had readiness clause. That's what the president is talking about now. They never did move to their responsibility of building up their nation's defenses. They just totally relied on the U.S. T- just gonna be there forever since the 50s, since Vietnam. So when you look at that, even before that period, when you look at that Pug Love, you gotta understand. Go look at what you're saying. Read the agreements. Some of them are public records to a certain extent. But and we held our part, but they didn't hold their part because you heard the Secretary of State, even on both Biden talked about that, the administration before and this administration talking about that, was talking about they was pulling uh, Obama pulled some soldiers down too. You gotta understand they don't talk loud about it because, but you gotta understand that some of the nations were all these presidents were tired of this. Democrats and Republicans was tired of paying that type of bill. Both sides of the aisle was tired of it. So there is a standout. This president is just the one that took the, because he's probably made so many promises. He's taking the brunt of it. But most of them governments, most of the administrations when they was in office, took some soldiers out because there was too much money being spent. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. That's some good conversation, moving around. Um, I had a wonderful dialogue. There's some good things to think about. But my mind, I can feel I'm a little older. My mind's getting heavy. And I hope I said something positive. I hope you got some out. I got some out from Pug Love and MMT uh, 89 TTV. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Um, be, be, I hope you was not too offended. Didn't take nothing personal. I hope your opinion was. Sometimes I agree, didn't agree, or I agreed to a certain extent, or I agree to disagree. Um, but your opinion on my channel is valued, respected, and upheld. So I hope you guys come back to my channel. I hope, like I said, I hope you subscribe to the channel. I'm back on. I've been away for a little bit. This is a late night. This is my first night. I'm back on. I'm gonna be doing a little earlier, guys. So you might catch me at different times in the daytime. I'm probably gonna start a podcast soon. But I wish you guys a wonderful night. Don't stay up too late. I hope you liked the dialogue. I hope you got some out of a provoking thought or made you think about something that you may never thought about. Because positive pushback is always good. If you don't come pushing somebody different, diverting from a person's opinion in a negative way, people kind of will listen. Even if they don't totally agree, you can take the most fervent person that don't agree with you, but it's your way how you communicate to that person that might make that person think. If you get what I'm trying to say, that might make that person like, hey, wait a minute, I do not like what that person said at all. But they wasn't rude. Their intention was not to be offensive. They just had a divert opinion, a different opinion than the mine's. And well, let me think about what they said. What did they really say? What did he say? What did she say? What did they say? Oh, okay. Well, was am I? Do I need to research this a little further into this? Do I need to look in this a little longer? Maybe I was. Maybe I just stood on something. Maybe I didn't look. Because honestly, guys, many times I've spoken on things that I didn't research far enough into it. Then I go back and research. Like, ooh, and I found things like, oh, and that's hard for a human adult to say I was wrong. You know what I mean? But we all should be able to say I was wrong. But it's hard. I think it's hard for a lot of people, and that's why they stand on their thoughts, so their opinion so harshly, instead of being open to another opinion and might correct what they didn't see, the blind side that they didn't see before. They might not see, you can't see because their blinders on, and they might be able to justify and change and shift and grow from there. Maybe, maybe not. But that's I learned that in communication in certain courses I took in undergrad, and it helped me a lot in my life so far. But like I said, I wish everybody a wonderful night. I hope you subscribe to the channel, turn on everything. We had a good discussion. Had a lot of little political talk about the Trump administration because he'll be gone in another 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Was it? This is his first complete year. Yep, 26. He'll be out of here in 3 years, so you won't be worried about the president no more. I think this president's doing a great job overall for what he said for the That's what I'm trying to say. Not for Republicans, not for Democrats, but for the American people. Remember my approach, Pug Love, for the American people. That's how I look at it first. What is first for the American citizens of the sovereign nations of the United States of America. And honestly, I think he's doing a exceptional job at this point. That any person that's in office that's going to be effective in the Oval Office, I think he's doing a great, wonderful job. You have the right to disagree and paint your picture, your opinion, and I will accept it and respect your opinion. And hopefully I hear you next time. Hey, please, guys, subscribe to the channel. And next time I come on, we'll have some great dialogue. Have a wonderful night. Uh, have a wonderful night, and don't stay up too late. All right, guys. Good night.